I refused to translate for my wife because she won't put any effort into learning sign language. Now she's mad because she wants to know the gossip. My father lost his hearing when he was 4 years old, meningitis. By the time I was born, signing was just how our family communicated. I learned to sign before I could properly speak English. When I met Rachel 11 years ago, I told her about my dad on our second date. She smiled and said, "That's so beautiful." I should have paid more attention to the fact that she never asked me to teach her a single sign. We got married 3 years later. My dad walked me down the aisle because my mom had passed when I was 19. At the reception, Rachel gave a speech thanking everyone for coming. My dad sat there smiling, not understanding a single word his new daughter-in-law was saying about him. I translated the whole thing into his palm under the table. That became our routine. Every Thanksgiving, every Christmas, every Sunday dinner at my childhood home, I'd sit between them and sign everything Rachel said, then speak everything my dad signed back. For 8 years, I was a human bridge. Rachel never complained, and honestly, neither did I. I told myself she was busy. She had her job, her book club, her pottery classes every Tuesday night. Learning a whole new language is hard. I made excuses for her because I loved her. Then 6 months ago, everything changed. I started volunteering at the Deaf Community Center downtown, Tuesday and Thursday evenings, teaching basic ASL to hearing adults who wanted to communicate with deaf family members, co-workers, friends. The irony wasn't lost on me. That's where I met David. David was 34, completely deaf since birth, and one of the sharpest people I've ever known. He worked as a software engineer and had this dry sense of humor that came through even in his signing. We became fast friends. He'd come over on weekends to watch football, and we'd sign for hours about everything. Work, life, politics, relationships. Rachel hated it. At first, she just seemed uncomfortable. She'd sit on the other couch scrolling her phone while David and I talked. Then she started making excuses to leave the room. Then she started picking fights with me after he'd go home. "It's rude," she said one night. "You're having full conversations right in front of me, and I have no idea what you're saying." I asked her if she wanted me to translate. She rolled her eyes. "I shouldn't have to ask. You should just do it automatically." Something cracked in me that night. I thought about my dad, sitting through 8 years of family dinners, waiting patiently while I translated conversations he should have been included in naturally. He never once complained. He never once made anyone feel guilty. I told Rachel I wouldn't be translating for David anymore. She was furious. Said I was choosing him over her. Said I was keeping secrets. Said she felt like a stranger in her own home. "You've had 11 years to learn," I said. "My mom learned in 6 months. She wasn't even dating my dad yet. She just wanted to talk to him." Rachel didn't speak to me for 3 days after that. Here's where the gossip comes in. Last month, my dad had a health scare, chest pains, shortness of breath. I rushed to the hospital and stayed with him for 2 days while they ran tests. David came to visit, and the three of us talked for hours in that hospital room. Me, my dad, and the first real friend I'd had in years who could actually communicate with my father directly. They diagnosed my dad with a heart condition, manageable but serious. He'd need surgery in a few months, lifestyle changes, regular checkups. When I came home, Rachel asked what happened. I gave her the basics. "Dad's okay, needs surgery, we're monitoring it." But that wasn't what she wanted to know. See, while I was at the hospital, my aunt had visited, and my aunt is the family gossip. She told my dad right in front of—
To continue, swipe left to go to the profile, then tap the pin video. Then tap the CapCut icon in the bottom left. Finally, click the red button.